This is impossible, but what is the most iconic moment in the Marvel Universe? Here's my top 10 list. But before we get started, my name is Lucas and I talk movies every day, so hit the follow if you like this kind of content. Now, straight at number 10 with a moment in Avengers Endgame when Captain America yielded Mjolnir. That was absolutely epic. The crowd went nuts. The stars aligned. That was how good that moment was. At number 9 comes from Spider-Man No Way Home with Aunt May's heartbreaking speech with great responsibility. Every Uncle Ben story, you know how it's gonna go. Even though it's an emotional scene, you're kind of anticipating, while this one, no one was waiting for that. At number 8 comes from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and is a moment that I personally really like, which is between Drax and Mantis when Drax is telling her about his daughter and she touches him as a way to feel what he's feeling. And she just gets overwhelmed and starts crying, which was a very smart, beautiful way to show how this man who doesn't really show his feelings is actually feeling. Number 7 is just an epic moment that comes from Avengers Infinity War when Thor finally arrives in Wakanda. Is quoted every time I watch that movie. Number 6 comes from the first Avengers movies and it's another one that took everyone by surprise, but it was absolutely epic. The quote, "I'm always angry," and leading to that crazy Hulk transformation that leads to them assembling and looking like a group for the first time. That was an epic moment. Number 5 comes from the movie Logan and is when he says, by itself, it doesn't mean anything, but if you understand the character, if you know what he's been through, if you understand that he's seen so many people die throughout his years, and it's something that he could never relate to. And then he has this feeling of like, oh, it got to me. Then to top it off, when she takes the cross and turns into an X, woo! Number 3 is a moment that couldn't be missed, that completely defined the whole Marvel universe. Thanos just... You could tell Thanos was taking the win, you know, he was just like destroying one after the other. But when it came to like most of the Avengers are here, Thor is here, Cap is here, you know, like we're gonna do this. Until it happened, I did not think it was gonna happen. And then it happened. That was the most dead silence moment in the movie. And then they leave the movie like that. And they're like, no! With that said, number 2 comes from Avengers Endgame. And it is the biggest assemble of Avengers. Cap beaten, and then you hear on your left, and you're like, portals open, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Star-Lord. That was by far one of the best feelings I ever had in the cinema. So what moment could possibly be number 1? And that also comes from Avengers Endgame, and it comes right after when Tony Stark grabs those stones and says, I am Iron Man.